I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're catching up on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue number 12 and 13 from the Kyle Higgins Boom Studio run. When we last left off, Billy and Tommy were trapped in a dark future where the Earth fell to Rita and her forces. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop on in together and find out, shall we? Okay then, so picking up from where the last issue left off, the Green and Blue Ranger have come face to face with a brand new villain calling himself Lord Drakon. He, if you couldn't tell, is an evil version of Tommy, who is the self-proclaimed Lord and master of this dark alternate future. Our heroes only manage to escape because their new friend Saba still has a minor amount of control over the oh-so-awesome White Tiger Megazord and the White Falcon Zord. Always loved me some Saba growing up watching the Power Rangers show. It's a shame that he never talked in the movie and there came a point when he just didn't show up anymore. Now, where this story actually starts to get really interesting is when we check back in the present. Billy and Tommy's parents are freaking the hell out. If you'll recall, they disappeared after that big fight with the last monster. So they're holding a vigil at the school right now, assuming that their kids are gone, maybe even dead. Wow, this is some serious harsh stuff. Worst of all, Tommy and Billy's team can't tell the parents what's going on or risk their secret identities. They just gotta keep quiet and hope that they can either get their friends back or their friends can find their way home. Now, of course, the question is, what is the backstory behind this crazy alternate Power Rangers future? As Saba explains, things started very much like they did in the main universe. Tommy Oliver, transferred to Angel Grove, was manipulated by Rita Repulsa into becoming the Green Power Ranger. He battled the others to a standstill until Jason was able to destroy the Sword of Darkness and free him from her mind control. Only, here's the thing, after Tommy was freed from the dark side in this universe, he didn't become a good guy. In fact, he went right back to Rita's side, believing in her plan for the world. With a loyal Tommy by Rita's side, the bad guys were able to win more and more victories, not just in Angel Grove, but all over the world. Eventually, Rita found her own apologists and even followers amongst the humans of Earth. Oh sure, Rita, she has no political experience and she destroys our cities with giant monsters, but she's a real political outsider, you know? Eventually, the bad guys gathered their forces and were ready for one final push on the Rangers in the command center. It was a glorious final battle wherein the good guys were assisted by the Phantom Ranger, the Alien Aquitian Rangers, and even Titanus, the giant carrier Zord. Oh man, I love these deep Power Ranger pulls that Kyle Higgins is doing. Even the bad guys team is filled with a bunch of great callbacks. You got Lothor, the big floating head, aka Dai Satan if you know your Sentai, and even a giant rapping pumpkin. Now, Zordon and the Rangers had hoped if they were able to transfer the new White Ranger powers into Jason, they would be able to defeat Tommy and Rita, only they were too late. Tommy killed Jason and claimed the White Ranger powers for himself, thus becoming the new Lord Drakon. It was at that point, too, he would eventually overthrow Rita. As issue 12 begins to wind down, Tommy and Billy make contact with the Resistance Force, basically all the Rangers who were left alive, as well as Bulk and Skull. That's all pretty insane, right? And issue 13 gets even crazier. We find out that this last bastion of human resistance against Rita and her army is led by none other than Zack. Well, between this and the Justice League comic, Zack is getting a lot of great play recently, isn't he? The Resistance hopes that this Billy and Tommy from another universe can help them turn the tide of battle against Lord Drakon, and they could really use the extra help as they lost their power coins to the bad guy, which is why his personal henchmen are running around dressed in heavy metal versions of Power Ranger costumes. The other major wild card in these proceedings turns out to actually be Scorpina. Yeah, you know, from the present. She was working with the Black Dragon, who turned out to be Lord Drakon, and she made the trip back in time with Billy and Tommy, and now she's pretty much stuck there working for the dude, even though she doesn't like him very much. This issue also forces Billy to deal with the very unfortunate piece of knowledge that he is very much dead in this world, killed by the evil Tommy. Things aren't much better for the rest of the Ranger team back in present-day Angel Grove. They're still making use of Tommy's Green Ranger power, which allows them to morph, but they still don't have Zordon or the command center, having lost that in their fight with the Black Dragon, so they're all pretty aimless right now. Rita hopes to use this chaos to her advantage to finally take them out once and for all. And what's her ace in the hole? Well, a brand new army of foot soldiers, of course, personally made by Finster and modeled on Goldar, complete with gold armor of their very own. Huh, that's his armor? I just thought that was his skin. I didn't know he could take that on and off. So there you have it, issues 12 and 13 of the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger comic, and if you couldn't tell, I freaking loved this story. Everything from the art to the characterization to the massive amount of creativity and thought put into this Days of Future Past, Injustice-style Dark Power Rangers future. Higgins clearly knows his stuff, and this feels like this is his saga, his epic, his story he's wanted to tell for a long time and is now finally getting a chance to do it. This story delights my inner childhood Power Ranger fan and completely engrosses my more adult side. So basically a win-win from start to finish. If you're a fan and you're not reading this comic, you gotta get on that, man, and even if you're not a fan, you still might get a laugh out of it all the same. Again, a 9 out of 10. I'm really liking this. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more videos I have available on the channel, please check out some of these on your screen right now. And if you want to stay up to date on the newest Power Rangers video and or any other comic book video I have to offer, there's no better way to do so than to follow me on social media. I got Twitter, I got Instagram, I got Facebook, they're all great. Or maybe you're feeling in a supportive mood. If you want to help me out and support the creation of more videos like this one and the growth of the channel, then you could always become a Patreon. Patreons get brand new exclusive videos before anyone else. And all for as little as $1 a month. You can find links to that down in the description as well. And until next time, everyone, I've been Cape Joel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.